What's going on, guys? William Barry here, coming at you with another video. Hey man, I'm gonna react to this. I heard blues is coming back in 2025. As someone who is madly in love with the blues, and it's been rarely around, this is a beautiful moment. Oliver Anthony released a pretty cool song a few years back. It was the anthem to the blue-collar man. And as someone who's worked in shops for the past 12 years, I applaud that. I listened a lot to his music, and I like that he wasn't like a full-throated, like, sycophant. You know what I mean? Like, he still quoted things like diversity and other stuff, and understanding that, like, multiple different views can be still a decent thing. He didn't seem like someone that was bought into an ideology, just a hard-working person that wanted to make a living wage and found a new interest in loving God. You know what I mean? Like, I don't agree with the God part, but I can value such things. So, today, he released, or not today, a few days ago, he released a new song. My buddy told me it was super bluesy. And as someone who fell in love with John Mayer in high school, and, you know, Southern rock through people like Shooter Jennings and stuff like that, I am eager to see a resurrection of such things. Luke Combs was supposed to be the hero that brought that to us, and then he just started making nothing but love songs and sucking, like, the dick. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So, let's do this. I'm going to stop running my mouth. We're going to get into this. This video will be copyrighted striked. I already know. I think he's got a record label that he's a part of now, so, but whatever. Let's take a look at this potential masterpiece, okay? I'll try to let it play as much as possible, but I am going to break down what I hear. As a lover of music and a student of music, I think I owe it to myself to analyze this honestly. That door just opened up for no reason. What the fuck was that? Even the ghosts want to hear it. Okay. Beautiful. Very simple, but like elegant at the same time. Yeah. It's got that southern tone.
Well, she got a side to her I wanna run from. She'll turn a warm.
This is classic blues right here. She's got a side to her I wanna run. Yeah, come on, dude. That's raw. Scornful woman. Okay, that's... Yes, this is gonna be beautiful, man.
Well, she got a side to her I wanna run from.
Ooh.
She'll turn a warm afternoon into a cold, cold one.
Ooh, so like, look, the lyrical components aren't very complicated. There's not a lot of complexity here, which in a lot of blues or southern rock, it's usually more about the emotion versus the complexity. So right now, the instrumentation, like the guitar, it's very simple. It's like almost, I think it's finger picking if I'm not mistaken. I could totally be wrong there. I am not good at playing the blues. I could never figure that shit out. It takes a whole different type of man. But the point that I'm getting at is like, so it's kind of like toned down lyrically, but what it does is it encapsulates his emotions through even the words that he's using. Like, he didn't come up with a complex way of saying that she ruins nights. She could take a warm moment and then turn it into a cold one. That's not a very complicated thing, and it wouldn't hold up in rap. But with the way that he can, like, infuse his raw emotion into it, it's a pained expression. You can feel that from the very way that he just says the words. Like, let's just zoom in on it.
I wanna run from. She'll turn a warm afternoon into a cold, cold one.
So the way that, like, he said warm afternoon, it sounded pleasant. Like, it rolled off his tongue a little bit, like it's something that he's proud of. But then when it switches to the cold, it becomes a little more coarse and harder to jive with. It almost pulls you away from it. This is going to be an emotional track, and I'm ready. Give it to me, Daddy.
Well, she got a side to her I wanna run from. She'll turn a warm afternoon into a cold, cold one. Well, he grabbed the apple, and Adam took a bite. And now all these years later, and the mask still ain't right with a scornful woman.
Oh, I take it all back. He slipped in some fucking complexity in there. What a masterclass. All right, so like we all know that this young man is become religious, and who wouldn't with given his life? You know what I mean? Like he was on like the precipice of losing everything. His financials were dog shit. He released a song that blew up on the internet, and it wasn't like a gimmick song. Like it wasn't manufactured to be good. It was just a song lamenting his woes, and someone somewhere liked it enough to share it, and it caught on like wildfire. A man like that would have to find God. You would have no choice. Like I post chapters of my works every day, and they go unread. I've been posting chapters of my works here on YouTube, and I'm losing subscribers because of it. But you have to do what's true to you, no matter what. And something that's really important to this is he found a way to interject his faith into it. As you know, in the Bible, the person who took a bite of the first apple was Eve, and she convinced Adam to do it, which you could break down in philosophical ways for days. That's why some people like Jordan Peterson will talk about how men usually represent order in society and women represent chaos. They have a higher level of trait. They suffer from higher negative emotions. There's just a bunch of stuff there, but you could also then put into like the reason why many great kingdoms have fallen was never really due to a king not being a good king, but because a queen that corrupted a king. Now, all of these are through the perspective of like a patriarchal society, so you can't really take them 100% for their word, but the motif is there. And that's something that's important, especially in storytelling. It's not necessarily that a person is right when they tell a story, but you need to understand where they're coming from. And by tapping into those emotions and then showcasing his love for, his Christian beliefs are very beautiful, even though I disagree with them. As long as he doesn't use it as a weapon to hurt other people. But, like, he doesn't do that, so... At least not yet. See how money treats him.
Took a bite, and now all these years later, and the mask still ain't right with a scornful woman.
Also, he does say with a scornful woman. This isn't a song saying that women are all scornful. That's something that, like, it's going to be hard for feminists to listen to and not get mad about. Because, like, he is giving a qualifier there. And that's good. That's good. That's good. Because no all women are bad and no all men are righteous. Like, we are a complex mosaic of people, and we have little to do with the people that we are.
Still ain't right with a scornful woman. Scornful woman. I used to sleep so good, didn't have a nightmare. I was busy dreaming, believing you's always gonna be right there.
I love, like, something that you learn, and something that, like, listening to a lot of John Mayer taught me. A lot of artists love to just fucking, like, I apologize, I'm going to use my reference to my own work. I know a lot of people haven't read it, and I know they don't care. But one major criticism that you can do to my books, or the chapters that I'm writing, is it's a lot of, how do I say this? It's not fluff, but I try my hardest to stretch my mental capability of, like, putting as many descriptors and stuff into a story. And by doing so, I subtract from the overall message of what's being said. John Mayer is an artist that does something the polar opposite of me. If you ever listen to a John Mayer song, he is willing to let an instrument play. He's willing to just take a breath and let the moment fill. Those pauses, one might say, oh, he's just trying to catch his breath. They're deliberate. He's putting enough emphasis on the word and then freezing there for a second to leave you with it, so you get to figure out where it's going, so you can listen to, like, the vocal cadence, how it's rolling off his tongue, and how it's stuck there. It creates a tension within the music, thematically. It's why if you ever have like a really complex piece of work and you feed it to something like Grok or Chat GPT, they're like, yo, you should tone this down a little bit because there's brevity in the silence. Letting something breathe is as powerful as just talking nonstop. Much like you guys react to my YouTube content here, a lot of you hate that I pause so much because I'm not letting it breathe as much. All of these things matter, and they help people decide whether they like a thing or not.
I used to sleep so good, didn't have a night.
Man,
I was busy dreaming, believing he's always gonna be right there.
Yeah, come on.
The middle of the day is like the middle of the night, and the court says 50-50, but the math don't seem right with a score.
Oh, that was nasty. What a I gotta go. Fuck you. I gotta go back.
Middle of the night, and the court says 50-50, but the math don't seem right with a score.
Oh, come on, dude. What a fucking line, bro. Oh, I think I'm crying, dude. Okay. All right.
And the court says 50-50, but the math don't seem right with a score.
God damn. Whew. Okay. You might have to give me a minute. That solo, that dude is going fucking ham. Followed by, he has one of the coldest lines I've ever heard in my life. And it's a simple line, but it's so resonant because, I've been part of the anti-SJW movement since I was 18. Men's rights are humans' rights, okay? Men suffer an untold amount of terrible bullshit, and our courts have always been unkind to men. Not to say that women haven't suffered. I'll never make that claim because they have. We've all suffered in unique, different ways. We all have things we have to work on. Human suffering is a constant. But this is encapsulating all of that anguish and fear. I've known so many dads throughout my life that lost everything because of a divorce. And sometimes it wasn't even their fault. They got cheated on, you know what I mean? And then the woman files for divorce. They take 70% of their paychecks. I've seen guys bust their ass day in, day out, working on customers' cars, breaking their knuckles, I saw a guy broke his foot one day, and he came to work the next day. He worked his ass off. Slaying, making our company $20 grand in a week. And he walked away with $400 in his pocket because she took almost all of it. That's crazy. I live right now with a buddy. I'm his roommate. He's got a kid, and he has to pay so much more than she does. It's crazy, dude. This is so good. This is emotion. And also, for any of you that have watched my other content, my biggest complaint is when songs don't go hard towards the end. All this tension and buildup, no release. This is the embodiment of my complaint. This is everything I've complained about fixed in one goddamn song. This is no one can listen to this and be like, this is dog shit. You might be like, oh, I'm a feminist, fuck men, whatever. But this is a beautiful fucking
There, and now the middle of the day is like the middle of the night.
Yes.
And the court says 50-50, but the math don't seem right with a score.
is this man? Who are you? That's dirty.
But she can have all the money. And they can keep all the fame. I go back to being broke as a joke if I could just get a break from the pain.
Oh my. All right, dude, look. That is the hardest line in all of music history. I applaud you. I should quit writing today. I will never, like, my criticisms of my earlier work are 100% true here, okay? I overcomplicate the things I write about, right? This guy dropped the coldest line, but it was simplistic. It was raw. It was emotional. And you can hear the legitimate pain and suffering in his voice. And that little bump drop, right? We going back, baby. We gotta do it again.
But she can have all the money.
Oh.
And they can keep all the fame. I go back to being broke as a joke if I could just get a break from the pain.
Oh, that rhymes so well, too. Holy fuck, brother. Not only did we get a sick solo from the violin, but we got a sick ass solo from the guitar. This is Southern rock. This is blues. This is the anthem to the broken, to the men that have suffered under unbearable weights. What a month to release this during. He knew what he was doing. Men's Mental Health Month or whatever. Like, Jesus fuck. Even the drums were doing good right there. And then it leaves on a somber note. Like, come on, bro. Like, he burned down his house. That's such a cool, like, oh my God. Whoa, we need to pause that. Get out of here, dude. Fucking Nike, little bitch. Brother. That was an emotional journey. He slapped again. He's had like 5 really good fucking songs. I think this is his best one, hands down. It's definitely gonna hit harder with men. It really is. But that's not a bad thing. Sometimes men need things, you know? Sometimes we need a little love, you know? I don't. I'm a machine. But other people do. Oliver, thank you, man. Good on you for listening to Joe. Good on you for, you know, standing your ground and doing what you thought was best. And I'm sorry you went through such a heartache, brother. I know I'm a nobody. You'll never see my video, but I can't tell you it gets better, man. But you'll live through it. You know, you're a good guy. You're strong. I really gotta Gotta make some changes after that. God, that was like I feel like I'm on mushrooms right now. Like my whole world changed. I think I'm gonna have to go sit on this and listen to that song a few times and contemplate life a little. That motherfucker almost brought me to Jesus. That's all I'm gonna say. That was a religious experience, hands down. Thank you for watching, guys. Have yourself a wonderful day. Sorry about the lighting, dude. I don't have many options here. Soon I'll be living in a van, so oh boy.